Dating and personal development. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I am a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about dating and personal development. Before we get into this video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have any tips yourself or anything that you feel might benefit other people, then please do leave it down in the comment section so we can all help each other out. Thank you so much. Become the best version of yourself for yourself. So it's only ever going to benefit you if you work on the things that you're not good at. So let's say you do feel really insecure and needy when you are around people that you find really attractive. It's only going to benefit you if you work on those things. It's only ever going to be good for you if you work on those things. So the best way you can do that is by looking at your life and who you are and becoming very aware of the things that you feel like you are lacking. So perhaps, let's say you don't have the body that you want. Let's say you feel quite inadequate when it comes to your body. Then obviously that's something that you can work on and you can improve. Perhaps you feel like you are not getting paid enough. Perhaps you feel like you need to have more money in order to sustain yourself. So if that's the case, then you know that that's something that you need to work on. You need to develop your net worth. Perhaps you need to learn a few more skills, or perhaps you need to be a bit more assertive and be able to ask for those promotions or to ask for the pay rise, because I know some people out there are very capable of getting a pay rise and they're doing a lot of good work for the company that they work in, but they're just not brave enough to go up to their boss and ask for a raise. So perhaps that's something that you need to work on. Perhaps you need to work on your assertiveness. Perhaps you feel like you don't really have that much going on for you. So let's say you go to work, but when you come home, you don't really have anything else to do apart from eat dinner and watch TV. If that's your lifestyle, then obviously there are some things that you can do to improve that. So perhaps you need to find some new hobbies, something that you can do in the evening that can make you feel creative and passionate and ambitious, because I know a lot of people have jobs that they're not happy with and that they're not passionate about. So therefore they need to get that passion from a different area of their life. So that could be through exercising if you're really passionate about that, or it could be through art, it could be through writing, it could be through lots of different things. But anything that you find passion in, basically, is what you should be doing in your free time when you get those moments when you are alone and you can do so. I personally think one of the best feelings to have is inspiration. And sometimes our lives can be and can feel quite mundane, especially if you do have a 9 to 5 that you're not particularly happy with right now. So your life can seem quite dull. So you need to have and search for those moments of inspiration, and they might come through a creative endeavor. They might come, perhaps you really like music and you can play the guitar. Perhaps you really feel inspired when you're doing something like that. So you need to be finding activities that you can do in your free time that give you that inspiration, that give your life more meaning and more color. Because if you don't like your job and you don't really like your circumstances right now, if you go on a date, that person who you're on a date with will be able to tell from your demeanor about how sad you are about your life. So, but if you have other things in your life that you're passionate about, at least then you'll have some kind of meaning and some kind of happiness in your life. So, and if you get into a conversation when you're on a date about the things that you're passionate about, what will happen is you'll come alive, you'll look more attractive because you're happy and you're talking about something that you really love and care about. And, that other person will find that really attractive about you. My next point is to do the things that you know you need to do. Because at the end of the day, we have to face ourselves. We have to face who we are. So if you've ever had a day where you wanted to do a bunch of things and you didn't do them, that kind of stuff haunts you before you go to bed. And, you look back on your day and you're like, oh, I wish I had just done that. I know I should have done that. Stuff like that. You need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and feel proud of yourself. And if you don't feel proud of yourself and something, and you're not proud of your day at the end of the day, then you need to work on that. Because if you start doing things that you know you need to do, you will feel more proud of yourself. You will feel good about yourself. And if you feel good about yourself and if you feel proud about yourself and you respect yourself because you're able to, have the gusto and the fortitude to actually do what you need to do and not procrastinate, then that's going to do wonders for your self-esteem. And because your self-esteem will be raised and your self-respect will be raised, you will appear more attractive when you go on dates. You will appear more attractive when you are talking to people that you really like in, any environment, So this could be at a party or at work or, at school if you're a student. If you feel proud of yourself, it's going to come across. You're going to exude that energy. But if you don't like yourself because, I always procrastinate, I never study enough, or I never go to the gym even though I know I should, if you have all those doubts in your mind, then it's going to come across. It's going to come across just from your vibes and your energy, because the way you can't hide how you feel about yourself. If you don't like yourself, it's just gonna come across, and it will come across in the clothes that you're wearing. It will come across on how tidy you look. It will come across in so many different ways. So it's very important that you have this sense of pride about yourself. One of the best ways you can work on your inner pride is by actually not procrastinating on those things that you should be doing. So I know it can sometimes suck, and a lot of things, that why we procrastinate is because we don't really want to do them. So let's say like exercising. Yeah, exercising can feel kind of painful and it can hurt. But once you've done it, you feel better about yourself. You feel more proud of yourself. So I highly recommend, work with that, start with the exercise if you do obviously procrastinate on exercising. So if you have like a hard time getting going, so let's say, I want to exercise, let's say, the best thing for you to do, but you always seem to procrastinate on it. The best thing for you to do is just to commit to doing something like 15 minutes of exercise. It's not something, big, and you can easily find a YouTube video that is like a walkthrough on exercising, like those exercise videos. I use them quite a lot. My favorite ones are Body Project and HasFit. Those are the two channels that I really use the most. There's also another one called Bully Juice, I think. That's another one. Check out those channels and find exercises that are about 15 minutes long and do those ones, and what will happen is you'll probably want to do more once you've got started. But that might not always happen, but, just commit to doing just 15 minutes of it, because I feel like a lot of people, when they say, I'm going to start working out, they have all these like grandiose things that they're going to do, like, I'm going to work out for an hour, or I'm going to be at the gym for an hour, with the weights, but sometimes I feel like if you haven't been consistent with that in the past, then you're not going to follow through all the time, and you're going to have a very bad inconsistency when it comes to working out. So the best thing for you to do in that kind of situation is to just do something simple, like 15 minutes, nothing too strenuous. Just get yourself into the habit of doing it. And I know that doesn't sound awfully exciting, but it's something that is a lot more manageable and easy, and you're less likely to procrastinate on something that only goes on for 15 minutes. So this is the same with like writing an essay. Just do 15 minutes of an essay, or just write down the bullet points, of what you want to cover in your essay. Start with small, simple things that can get you into the habit of doing it. Start small because if you have procrastinated a lot on a certain thing, then you probably have to do just a tiny bit of it, okay? Just start small and then build yourself up. So let's say, again, with exercise, you do 15 minutes for about a week, every day. Next week, you can aim to do 20 minutes a day. Then the week after that, perhaps 30 minutes, okay? But also, another thing to keep in mind is that if you ever slip back, if you ever feel like, I can't do 30 minutes today, go back to the 15, okay? Just stay consistent, and that should help you with procrastination. Just start small, and something that you can do easily and something you can manage. And when you start working on these things, when you start to become more consistent and you start small and you start making, little bits of progress, it's going to do wonders for your self-esteem, and you're going to feel so much better about yourself. And if you feel good about yourself, you're going to become more attractive. You're going to exude naturally that confidence, that attractiveness. You're going to exude it, and it should really help with your dating life. And that's why personal development is so important with your dating life. It's all about your own mindset, strengthening your own mindset, strengthening your confidence, because when you do that, you will appear more attractive. and you'll have much more success when you go out on dates. If you would like to get in touch with me personally and you would like coaching from me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. On there at the moment is a free PDF download, which is a dating manual. If you do read that and download it, then please let me know if you have any feedback so I can make it the best product possible for those people that want it. And I shall talk to you guys again very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.